Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Battlefront II. I am Atyrum, and I actually went back and fixed my control settings for the Starfighter. I had it inverted, but I feel like that's not the way that works best for me. I feel like it's not very, what's the word? It doesn't feel very natural to me. I don't know why I had it set that way. Because this isn't a fresh install. I've had this game on this computer for a little while yet, and I play it from time to time. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into the space battle over Kashyyyk.
When the Separatists' invasion of Kashyyyk caught the Republic flat-footed, a detachment of the 501st was sent in to stop the bleeding until reinforcements could arrive. It was a textbook suicide mission, and we knew it. As we fought our way into Kashyyyk's atmosphere, most of us believed that the only way we'd be getting off this planet was in a body bag.
Alrighty, so this is actually the first space mission we get where we are allowed to use all of the different starfighters. The LAAT gunship is the transport ship that you can land in your opponent's hangar and use it to spawn more troops. It serves as basically a mobile command post. The Jedi Starfighter, which looks just like Anakin's Starfighter from Episode 3, is the light fighter. If you jump on top of it and they try and take off, it actually causes them to fly out of control and blow up. So I was trying to do that, but that's not really something I need to show off. But anyways, that's kind of weird that it gets used by regular clone troopers here, because it's definitely a Jedi vehicle. So it's kind of weird that that the regular Republic grunts could use it. But yeah, let's go ahead and... Well, now that I've played a mission with the controls inverted, I feel kind of weird doing it without them, just because I was just playing a mission with them. I don't know. So yeah, we're using the bomber class here, which is a V-wing, which I believe in the actual Star Wars universe was actually more of a light fighter. So I feel like it could have probably been used in the light fighter class of ship rather than the Jedi Starfighter, and then they would have had to pick something else for the bomber class. It's possible nothing really existed at that point in time, at least nothing that was showcased at the movies. So I'm not sure what they really could have done there. So let's try and fly around here. We're taking a lot of hits from the auto turrets, which are on the frigates. That's one of the reasons you want to destroy frigates in space battles, is they do offer a lot of fire support against enemy fighters, which in this case would be me. And okay, I'm still getting used to controls, because I got really mixed up last time with the controls being set the way they were with being inverted and all, but now I'm getting really mixed up with them being not inverted. So we'll just have to see what works best, honestly. So that's one frigate down. There's one more we have to destroy, I believe, and they're flying around the battlefield. I don't know how much support we're getting from our teammates here. We can see how much damage is on this one already. Basically nothing, so that's nice. I don't know if our teammates really fly out this far to come help us out. So let's go ahead and hit it with a couple bombs. You do have to wait in between bombing runs for your bombs to reload. You don't have a limit on the amount of bombs you have. Apparently we're leaving the area of the battle. If you stay in the area outside the battle for too long, you actually get killed for abandoning your position, I guess. Okay, so anyways, I believe... There we go, that's the roll button. So now I know what that is. Do a flip. Okay, there we go. Yeah, these space missions are going to be a little bit painful for a little while, because I'm still getting used to flying without a gamepad, because that's the way I flew for the longest time. It's actually kind of nice that this ship here is flying at about the same speed as I fly normally without my boost. Oh, and you do actually need energy to do the flips and rolls and such. And you do use those to avoid enemy missiles. So if you run out of energy because you're boosting too much, then you're going to be in trouble when somebody locks onto you with turrets. Oh, come on, stop firing missiles at me. Seriously. Seriously. Does everybody have missiles? Is everybody aiming at me? Like, come on now. Okay, let's try and destroy these turrets. We're probably gonna crash and die here because, or we're just gonna miss completely. This is kind of painful, honestly, because yeah, I'm just not very good at flying with the current control setup. Just trying to get used to flying without my joystick and my keypad, not my keypad, my gamepad. It's just really weird. Yeah, but I definitely don't want to skip the space missions because they are part of the game. I do want to show off the game in its entirety, but we might not do much in the way of space mod maps, although there really aren't that many mod maps that do space missions. Although, I mean, if I did, it would be good practice. Although by the time I do all the mods and such, I will be done with the main campaign, so I guess that doesn't really matter. Alright, so now we need to go ahead and grab our gunship and take it into the enemy hangar and land, so our troops have a spawn point. And again with the missiles, like seriously. Let's see if we can get to our hangar before those ones get to us. Almost crashed and died there. So let's go ahead and grab the gunship over here, and we'll go ahead and take off in that. Now the gunship is a lot slower than most other vehicles, space vehicles, and so are the gunships for the other factions. But what is that guy doing? Seems to be stuck there. Oh, there he goes. It also has space for 4 units, so you can have people man those little guns on the sides and such. And apparently I have missiles incoming even though I'm inside the hangar. Are those going to hit me? Obviously not. Okay, so now we're landed here. You'll notice that I have these weird glowing effects around. Oh, I guess I have to land it in the exact spot. When I got out of there, I had these weird glowing effects on me. Those are bonuses you get when you, did I really not land that properly yet? Those are bonuses you get when you kill a certain amount of units or get a certain amount of points and stuff like that. Come on now. Okay, this game is a little bit picky sometimes. Is that it yet? I mean, come on, I'm like landed right on the arrow. Come on. I guess we'll try and spin this thing around and try not to die in the process. This is kind of ridiculous. I mean, come on now. Oh, by the way, you cannot actually fire with inside the hangar as a starfighter, so don't even think about doing that. Unfortunately, it does not work. Okay, come on. Is that it? Oh, come on! I am literally right on top of the arrow. How does that not count? I'm so confused. I guess we'll just keep smashing the spacebar until we land where it wants us to land. Like, I don't get it. Where the heck does it want us to land? I mean, I'm landed right on the arrow. I'm just really confused right now. Can we bring up the... No, the map doesn't really help us. Okay, I am really confused as to why this is not working. Can we land somewhere that works, please? Okay, this is getting a little bit frustrating. I may just cut this out until I've figured out how to get this to work. Although I'm worried I'm going to lose all my reinforcements before I get this stupid thing to land. Alright, well I'll cut until I get this gunship to land properly.
Watch your flying. We're running out of reinforcements. All right, troopers.
Oh, okay, there we go. That was really weird. I actually just died there, and when I respawned, it suddenly decided that I had completed the objective. So I don't know. That was just weird. Okay, so now we need to destroy the internal systems, right? Yeah, life support and engines. We destroyed the engines of the last space mission, so yeah, I guess we're doing that again. Let's just run past all these guys because we're a pilot and we don't have a good weapon to take them out with. And let's play run around, duck and dodge. Duck and dodge. Can't hit me. Can't hit me. I'm too fast. I'm too fast. Okay, so I guess it only takes 2 time bombs to take out the life support. And we're going to need to reload it ammo. As a little trick here, you can actually hide behind this wall and reload your ammo from the ammo droid. And that way you don't worry about getting hit by the auto turret or the enemy troopers. It looks like some of our troops are in here trying to take out people with grenades. I don't believe that auto turret was in there in the last space mission, but okay. Let's see if we can take it out with our time bomb. Nice, we did. Alright. So yeah, it's only 2 time bombs. So I guess that's why I kind of advocate using the pilot instead of the Marine, because it only takes 2 time bombs. It's a lot faster.
Command has an easy mission, pilot.
Alright, and then we have to grab an item. Let's just throw that down there, try and get rid of you guys. Let's run around the shield generator here for a minute. And I think I blew up a couple of them. So hopefully we can make our daring escape now. Probably have to grab one of the enemy ships. Let's go ahead and hide behind this wall for a minute and heal. Because you can do the same thing with the health droid over here as you can with the ammo droid until they destroy it, that is. We could take our gunship. Do we want to take our gunship? We're going to take one of their fighters. Which doesn't make sense because the droid starfighters are actually, technically they are actually droids themselves. So it doesn't really make sense that you can get inside them, but I don't know how else they would have done this game. If not for the fact that you could actually get into the droid starfighters, because otherwise you'd have to like spawn as a droid starfighters. You wouldn't be able to actually, you know, wouldn't be able to actually get into the ship. And you wouldn't be able to play as a regular battle droid because you wouldn't be able to fly into the ships, if that makes any sense. Alright, so I believe this is the last objective in this mission. So yeah, after this we go in and land on Kashyyyk and start the land portion of the mission. Alrighty, so I'll jump to when we do that.
As the 501st finally broke through the SEP blockade over Kashyyyk, I took a long look back at the battle that continued to rage over the planet and wondered why so many had to die for a bunch of walking carpets. Then I followed my orders and turned planetward.
Alright, so with the space mission done, we can now land on Kashyyyk and begin the liberation of the Wookiees. Let's go ahead and get started with this mission.
When we arrived on Kashyyyk, things were just as bad as we feared. The droids had us outgunned, outmaneuvered, and outmanned by a 5-to-1 margin. What none of us had counted on was the Wookiees. We'd all heard the stories, of course, but we'd never fought next to them, never seen them rip apart a droid with their bare hands. They were magnificent. Even so, it was still a suicide mission. At least it was until Master Yoda arrived. Then it became a battle. A winnable battle.
Alrighty, so here we go with the mission on Kashyyyk. Probably just want to play the regular trooper again. It's always a safe bet to play as the regular trooper because he's pretty universally useful, except maybe against vehicles, because all he's got to fight vehicles is grenades. But his rifle is good at close range and long range. We can shoot these guys over here. We won't get that decent aim from doing that, but we still can if we need to. So this is the first, I believe this is the first defend a control point objective, but there will be plenty of these in the coming missions, and I believe there's actually a couple of them in this mission alone. And ouch, we're actually taking a lot of fire from that tank droid over there. Standing by the ammo droid to try and get some free grenades, but we did end up getting killed anyway. I do want to show off the clone captain at some point, but can't really do that right now because I don't have enough points to do so. So let's try and hang back a little bit. Let the Wookiees take a lot of the damage from incoming enemy fire, and just try and snipe some guys from back here. Don't want to go full on sniper mode and just take on the sniper class and hang out back up here, because I feel like the beach would be lost at that point. Let's actually jump into this tank here. That'd probably be helpful to avoid dying and to get lots of kills in. And they're also coming from the left as well as coming across the little lake. Not the lake, the bay. It's more like a bay than a lake. By the way, some vehicles have a critical, actually I think all vehicles do, have a critical point that you can hit to do more damage. If you see that my reticle is lighting up with that little symbol rather than just the circular kind of symbol, that means I'm getting a critical hit, doing more damage, and all of that. So there goes that spider droid, so that's good. Let's get rid of that. The little slicer alert that's popping up, Engineer class characters can slice into and hijack enemy vehicles with their fusion cutter, which is the same tool you use to repair with. And that's what that little alert was. It meant that somebody was trying to slice into my vehicle and take it over, which obviously I don't want to let happen, so I tried to get away or kill them. So let's try to take care of some of these enemies coming in from our left. At some point we're going to have to go out and capture all those command posts. I keep wanting to call them control points. I feel like maybe in another game they were called that, possibly. That might be Star Wars Empire at War that I'm thinking of, that they're called control points in. That's an RTS with a Star Wars theme that I also have played. Though definitely not as much as this game. I'm not really an RTS kind of person. Someone's trying to slice me again. I don't think I've ever actually been completely sliced by an opponent, or by an AI-controlled opponent, because they seem to have issues where they switch weapons while they're in the middle of slicing. So they switch to a shotgun, and therefore they can't actually finish the slice with their fusion cutter.
We must protect the Wookiee base.
Alright, so I guess we're retreating, because the enemies are too strong or something, although I thought we were doing alright. Our tank is not going to fit through there, so let's go on foot. Ow, getting hit by rockets. So yeah, we're going to run in here. There should be a health droid I can go in and grab. What are we even doing? Fall back to the Wookiee base. Okay, I didn't know, wasn't sure why we were falling all the way back up here, but okay.
We must defend the oil refinery.
Alright, so now we're defending the oil refinery. We can't let that fall. I remember this mission being a little bit difficult at this point because the enemy comes in really hard, and it's kind of hard to stop them from destroying something like that. But let's go ahead and see if we can switch over to the clone captain, because I have not shown him off yet. And let's try and take out some of these enemies coming in. He's got a chain gun that takes a second to heat up, but then it fires really fast, and it does do a decent amount of damage. But it does overheat fairly quickly, and then it takes a long time to, what's the word? Overheat? Cool down, that's what I wanted. He's also got a rally ability, which gives my teammates a little bit of a buff to their defense for a little while, so let's go ahead and use that to help in the defense of the oil refinery. Probably just going to jump in a tank again here. So I did get to show off the commander class a little bit. He's also gotten a recon droid, which you can use. It functions as a separate unit, and you can use it to scout out an area without risking yourself in the process. It has a self-destruct feature too. If you can get it off without your opponent killing you or killing your recon droid, then you explode and basically kill everything in a certain radius, which is pretty cool. So there is a little gate mechanism here, and if the droids take out that little winch over there, little object next to the gate, they can actually open up that gate, and that'll make it a lot easier for them to get tanks and such in here, which will be very bad for us, because we don't want them to get tanks in here, because tanks would obviously destroy this oil refinery a lot faster. So we're about halfway through defending the oil refinery. So I'm going to try and hang back here to make sure nothing gets through. Hopefully my teammates back me up. And hopefully I managed to keep the gate closed. That'd be nice. If I played an engineer class, I could actually keep it repaired. It looks like it's still doing alright. Just gotta make sure we keep these droids out of here. I'm not sure if their AI program... Okay, now they got it down. I'm not sure if their AI programming causes them to target the winch, or if it just has them going for the thing itself, the oil refinery itself. But yeah, there's lots of tank droids coming in. Those can destroy the why do I keep blanking on what it's called? It's called an oil refinery. I'm not sure why we need to... Oh, wait, no. I know why we need to defend it. Because it's going to blow up. And obviously, droids are expendable. So they're trying to blow it up and kill all the Wookiees, I guess? Or something like that. But yeah. These flying STAPs aren't really much of a threat to the oil refinery. How much damage does it take in? Oh, barely any. I guess we're doing pretty good then. Although we got a guy right here. Luckily, I think some of these assault droids that have been hanging out over there have run out of rockets, so they can't do too much damage. Yeah, I do remember... We are getting pretty close to the end here, but I do remember struggling with this mission a lot when I played it before. I have not played through the campaign missions all that much, I mostly, when I play this game, I mostly play a lot of mod maps, or I play multiplayer, although multiplayer is no longer functional because the servers went down, because it's such an old game and they didn't want to bother keeping the servers alive. But there are other ways to play it online, and I might do that at some point later in the series. But yeah, I've only played through the full campaign probably a handful of times, so... ouch, I guess I'm dead. So when I say it's difficult, I feel like it was difficult maybe the first time or two that I played this game, but maybe I've gotten better and it's not so difficult now.
Way to hold them back, man. Now let's push.
Alright, so now we get to play as Yoda and take over all the command posts. Yoda is one of the only Jedi characters without saber throw. He's only got force push and force pull, and unfortunately, the CIS is really hard to use force abilities like that on. For some reason, it must be something to do with their hitbox, I guess. It's really hard to get force push or pull to work on them. It honestly only works about a third of the time. We could try force pulling this guy. I guess we pulled the guy off the staff instead. But yeah, it's just really hard to use force abilities like that on droids for whatever reason. It works pretty much 100% of the time on any other kind of unit. Let's just stand here and block all incoming fire. And yeah, we can't pull that guy in. We can push our Wookiee allies away if we want to. Pull actually does not work on teammates, but push does, which is kind of interesting. So that does mean you can push your opponents off ledges and such, or not your, you can push your teammates off ledges if you really want to. I don't know why you'd want to do that because that'd be kind of mean, but you could if you wanted to. I do use the dash attack a lot because it's good to keep moving as a Jedi in addition to using the block whenever you have to stand still, because that'll keep you alive longest. And of course, going after lots of kills on enemies is also a good way to keep yourself alive. I forgot that there's a command post over on the beach over there, because I'm thinking about the Conquest multiplayer version of this map, in which there are only 4 command posts. There's one over there, there's one over here, and then there's one in where I captured the other one over there, and there's one in the actual Wookiee base. So I kind of forgot there was one over this way. And it looks like my teammates cannot capture that command post without me for some reason, so I'm going to have to go capture that myself. Let's take out that tank droid. And this command post is a little slow being captured. It would be a lot faster if my teammates were actually allowed to capture command posts, because the more units you have in the radius of a command post, the faster it captures. But they don't count as units right now because for some reason the game decided that they can't capture command posts in this mission, so yeah. And now all that's left to do is run across the water and grab that last command post. I believe Yoda might actually be untouchable in the water because you can't shoot through water in this game. Not sure on that though. Maybe his hitbox is taller than the water. I'm actually kind of surprised you don't take drowning damage for being down there. So that it may be true that his hitbox is actually a little bit shorter, or a little bit taller than that. Watch out for the tank droid. He could probably kill me in one hit. But this is the last command post capture, and I believe that'll be the end of the mission. I don't think there's anything else that goes on here. So yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and do my outro here because I know the end is coming. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I'm actually pre-recording a whole bunch of this so it can all go up at the same time. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and enjoy the outro cutscene here.
With the timely arrival of Master Yoda, the 501st was able to hold the line against the Seps on Kashyyyk. We left as heroes. Years later, we'd return as conquerors.